Yo, what's up, Panther Nation? What's up, YouTube, TTC, everybody out there? It's CPG. First of all, I'm sorry I ain't been making videos, y'all. For one, I've been busy. Life is busy at the moment. It happens to the best of us. Two, there's not really a Jets fan I could have made a hate week with. I will be making a hate week for the Saints because this is a huge game. Not just for the division, but for the playoffs going forward. And you know, I love making hate weeks against the division opponents. Those are the best hate weeks. They always are. But yeah, I apologize, guys, for not making a video in a while. Not only have I been busy, but there's been times where I'll get an idea and I'll start to work on it, and I'm like, you know, like I said, I made a video earlier this season saying if my heart's not all in it, I really don't want to make the video. I don't want to make a half-assed video, so that's why you haven't seen me in a week or two, maybe 3 going on now. But this game, yeah, I'm not gonna get on here and gloat like Camel Toes probably did. I didn't finish watching his video yet, but first half we played like the offense played like shit. It was really frustrating. It's really frustrating when you know that your team can do so much better, as proven against the Dolphins. Yes, I know it's just the Dolphins, but the Jets aren't much better. I mean, the Jets have put up fights. Like, they've looked good against teams, but they can never pull it out. But, this is the difference in the years that the Panthers are good and the years that the Panthers are bad. In the years that we're good, we find ways to win even when our team is playing like shit. You want an example? Look at today's game against the Jets. Somehow we found a way to win, even though at times our offense was like trash, like couldn't produce. I think Cam threw fucking 9, 10 incompletions. His accuracy was all over the place. I think that sore thumb is a bigger deal than they let on. But I hope they let him rest the shit out of that thumb, because this game is huge and we can't be, you can't be inaccurate like that against a division opponent, much less the Saints. Yeah, they lost to the Rams, but the Rams are a good team. The Rams have a good defense. We can't say, oh, the Saints lost to the Rams, we can beat them this time. It's going to be a tough game. I'm going to talk my shit in my hate week. Sorry. I'm going to talk my shit in my hate week. But, they're a good team. They're 8-3 just like us, but they got here a way different way than we did. They started out 0-2, won 8 straight, and finally lost the fucking game, which makes our game next week that much more important. I'll get into that in my hate week, but good win, good team win against the Jets. The 2 plays that made this game, Luke Kuechly scooping up the fumble and returning it for a touchdown, and Kalen Clay returning the punt 60 yards for a touchdown. A defensive and a special teams touchdown. Those types of plays are what the Panthers need. Those are the types of plays that the years we're good and we go far in the playoffs, those are the types of plays we make. Those are the types of plays the Panthers need going forward, because this is the toughest part of our schedule, in my opinion, because we have more divisional games coming up, and we still have to play the Vikings. We still have to play the Saints, the Vikings. We got to play the Falcons again. We got to play the Bucks again. You can't sleep on the Bucks because they're in our division. And they played us pretty tough, even though we won 17-3. They still play us pretty tough because it's a divisional opponent. And Jameis Winston might be back by the time we play him. Even though he was there last time we played him. You get what I'm saying. So, this is going to be a very interesting wind down to the season. Because as it stands, you have 3 NFC South teams in the playoffs. You got the Saints. They're I think they're the 4th seed because they lost to the Rams, maybe. And you have the Panthers and the Falcons, who are the 2 wild card teams. And if we beat the Saints, we'll take their spot and they'll get moved back to the wild card. So the South very well could end up with 3 playoff teams. We could have a 3rd matchup between the Saints, the Panthers, or the Falcons. One of the 3 teams could meet up a 3rd time this year in the playoffs. And y'all think divisional hate weeks are fun? I can't imagine a hate week, divisional playoff hate week. That would be insane. Whoever won that game would have fucking insane bragging rights for the next year at least. Anyways, I'm proud of this team for doing what they needed to do and come back with a W. I would say come back home. We are coming back home for at least until next Friday, next Saturday, when we go down to New Orleans to play the Saints in what is the biggest game of the season so far. When the 8-3 Saints play the 8-3 Panthers. We don't want the Saints to sweep us. We need to beat the Saints. I think we play the Vikings right after that, which that's 2 tough games in a row. And we need both of these wins, not just for our record, but for playoff implications. If we could beat the Saints and the Vikings, we could move up in the playoff spots. If we just keep winning, we could possibly get the 2 seed. And we could get a 1st round bye and make people come to Charlotte to play us, which is what we need, because Panther Nation, y'all know as well as I do, it is hard to play in Charlotte during the playoffs. We rock Bank of America Stadium. That place literally shakes. It is insane, and I love it. So, with that being said, I'm proud of this team. Great team win. Started off really sloppy. The penalties were very sloppy for us to be the least penalized team in the league. Wasn't happy with the penalties. Wasn't happy with the 3rd down conversion, which we were the best at 3rd down conversion on the season going into that game. But we and the Jets struggled. It was a good defensive game from the Jets and the Panthers. So I'll give the Jets I'll give the Jets credit where it's due. The Jets played us pretty tough. And I wasn't sleeping on the Jets at all. I knew the Jets could be one of those teams that could, if you sleep on them, they could punch you in the mouth, essentially. So, this video is getting too long. Keep pounding, Panther Nation. I'll see you in a couple days, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. I'll probably upload my Saints Hate Week or start working on it. It'll be up in time for the video makers to respond, if Saints video makers are going to respond. This is going to be a fun one, guys. Keep pounding, Panther Nation. I'm out.